Hello and welcome to the Futro Hidden Movie Gems podcast. Or should I say, welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? We've got Jordan Christensen on the pod.
I hate to do this to a brother. I hate to put a black man in jail.
And we've got Cameron Mickle.
You don't want to be partners anymore? Is it because I'm black?
And we've got Grant Mickle.
Brother Reed, you have messed up my afro.
My afro. Brother Reed, you have messed up my afro.
Why?
Guys, we're doing it. Guys, this is
How about his
happening.
friend running
best
for the
movie
hills
in hell
after he gets in the car accident?
Yeah, he dipped so hard.
He takes off. Guys, we're reviewing this movie. This is Good Burger, you know? This movie came out in 1997. This is a 90s film, if I ever
Shaq
saw
was
one.
still in the NBA.
Cameron, why were they hitting their heads against him? Oh!
I have no idea.
Cameron, but Jordan, it was right after they said, do not go quietly into that dark night. Do not surrender.
What?
Oh, no, what is that thing that Jordan says you would always say before a sporting event?
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
Don't you say that before football games? Don't go quietly,
do not go quietly into the dark
No, that's
night.
when you're going to make a score a point. Do not go quiet in that dark night.
Do not go quietly into the dark night. Oh, Jordan. I think you're confusing a motivational sports speech in a trailer, Jordan. I think that's what you're
Ty, there's no tomato on this thing. Consider
little
yourself
bit.
tomato.
Hey, little man, I don't see no tomatoes on this. Dude, it pulls it out of his shirt pocket.
You're not like other people,
are you? No.
Dude, I finally found out where I get the I'm aware from. It's from freaking Kurt.
I'm aware.
I'm aware. I thought you said you were
said
Kurt.
you were Kurt. Oh my gosh, guys, this movie, is it the most quotable movie in our family? Is it the most quoted movie in our family? I think it
Absolutely.
is.
Quite
I think we
possibly.
quote it the most.
Nacho Libre is up there.
Ow.
Nacho
Nacho Libre's up there, yeah. Guys, I gotta say that this movie, okay, so Good Burger. This movie came out in 1997. It was directed by Brian Robbins, and its writers were Dan Schneider, Kevin Koplo, and Heath Seifert. And it stars our two little favorite little man, Kel Mitchell and Kenan Thompson. It also stars Sinbad as Mr. Wheat, Abe Vigoda as Otis.
Ty, did you
Cher,
recognize
Jackson Monique.
the owner, the manager of the store? Do you know who he is?
Oh, yeah. Dan Schneider, Mr. Bailey. He is freaking Ricky in
Better Off Dead.
What's it called? Better
Oh
Off
my
Dead.
gosh, he is.
No
It's
way.
Ricky.
Are
The
you
guy that's
freaking
creeping on
kidding
Monique.
me?
Yeah.
Ricky. I'm telling my mom. Yeah,
Ricky.
that's him, dude. Mr. Bailey. Yeah, it's super funny when you
Dang.
find that out. You're like, what? What's he doing here? So Kenan and Kel, they have that Nickelodeon show.
How long
I
have you worked in
remember-
fast food? Nearly 2 days. Oh.
Experience.
Do you know how to drive a motor vehicle? Guys, we're
Yes.
getting into
Do you have
this
any
movie.
accidents? Not to your knowledge.
Which, mind you, he gets the job being delivery and he doesn't drive the car once.
Yeah, Ed does.
Ed drives the car for him.
And
Just
whoever
think
gave
that's
Ed
really
his
funny.
driver's license needs to be fired immediately from the DM.
Hey, maybe you don't need a
You
license
can
to
read all
drive
the
a burger.
signs and everything, right?
Now this is what I call fast food.
Oh my gosh. So, I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get into this movie. What was it like watching this movie for the first time and then rewatching it for the podcast? I'll start. I watched this movie. I cannot say the earliest time I ever watched this movie, but I remember thinking this is the funniest movie of all time. Like, it's so funny. It's got all the humor and comedy. I'd seen a few episodes when they did Kenan and Kel when they did. They had a TV show, Good Burger, and there was one episode that I remember where they falsely remember there was a shoplifter that came in to rob the place, and he threatens to get money, and then he ends up getting Ed, like, by some mistake, I think, gets him taken up by the police. But everyone has a different recollection of what happened. So they go to the police precinct to say what happened. And Ed, when they ask him to, like, testify, like, what happened, how did he catch the criminal, Ed's recount of the story was him going over to the soda and trying to open, like, a Sunkiss, but he couldn't open it. And he's like, oh my gosh, I can't open the soda. And then, like, they're like, what does this have to do with the criminal and what? And he can't remember. It's just really funny. But anyway, that's the only episode I remember of the TV show. But this movie has been immortalized in the Christensen household. We watched this movie millions of times. Millions of times.
In the Mickle household, that's our
And
actual
the Mickle
last name.
household. In the Christensen, Mickle, Westover, Kimball household. We've watched this movie too many times. We know this movie frontwards and backwards and sideways and slantways and forwards. It's crazy. This movie is just a big part of it. I'm watching this movie again. I still laugh. It's so silly. I still laugh at this movie.
Yeah.
It's laugh out loud funny. I've showed it to friends, lost friendships over this movie because they didn't understand my humor. Get behind me, man. This movie is hilarious. This movie is so great. Good Burger. So I loved it. Watching it again, it's going to be in the family forever. So Jordan, what was it like watching it for the first time or watching it for the podcast?
Yeah, so I honestly can't remember either, and obviously loved it
always
so much growing up.
I don't remember life before Good Burger. Like, did it exist? I think it existed because I was 5 when this movie came out. So I mean, it had to exist.
Yeah, because when I started my movie collection, this was one of the first movies I bought. It was just like I had to have
I
this one.
remember we've always had this CD.
Yeah.
Always.
Yes.
This one,
Always.
and
Okay.
I bought Willow also. I just like had to have those movies. And
Willow and Good Burger.
Willow and Good Burger. You want to come over to my place
High
and watch
quality.
some movies? We got Good Burger and Willow.
The collection is expanded a bit.
It's expanded.
so I love this movie. And then I just rewatched it for the first time in a long time, like a year ago or so. And I was really nervous when I watched it again. I'm like, oh man, maybe it's not as good as I remember when I was a kid, but it was just as good. And then rewatching it for this podcast is just as good. I'm not going to lie. I was really nervous being an adult. Like, maybe it's only funny when we were kids, but I was laughing so hard, enjoying every minute of it.
But Jordan,
And-
her butt is fine.
And I love this movie. Love
Is your
it.
butt okay?
It's fine.
I love
What
it.
am I
love
supposed to do? Hello. Hello. But what am I supposed to do?
Grant, what was it like watching this movie for the first time and rewatching it for the podcast?
Well, yeah, I grew up with this movie, but I honestly remember, I distinctly remember thinking, because I didn't know sports that well, so I thought whenever they went to go see Shaq, I always thought they were seeing Michael Jordan, and I was like, man, he's pretty fat.
Mike's really letting himself go.
Shaq!
Yeah, because I never understood that before, so.
Dude, that was so funny.
Grant just
dude.
heard Shaq and he's like, oh, black person? Michael Jordan.
Well, no, he's like a sport person. It must be that Michael Jordan character I keep
Yeah.
hearing about.
Because we always used to watch the Michael Jordan disc that Dad always made us watch.
Yeah, the DVDs.
Document, yeah, Michael Jordan's upbringing and everything.
Documentaries, yeah.
But
I still remember
yeah.
that narrator's voice, Michael Jordan. So
Well,
great.
I've always loved
So
this
funny.
movie, and like I didn't rewatch it recently, but I've just seen it a million times. But even I had like the worst day today. I've been working on homework all day. I drove for 3 hours, and I just got rejected from my internship. And talking about Good Burgers just put me in such a good mood.
Yeah, I didn't forget about your job.
You must really
Yeah,
suck.
Grant.
I would I'd slap you across the face right now, but I don't think your brain can process pain.
Oh my gosh, Grant, I was just thinking, you can forget about your friends, you can forget about your internship, because I, Kurt, am both your mother and your father.
He must look awfully
Really
weird.
naked.
Who said that? Who said that? Who talked while Kurt was talking? It was him. He uttered something. And then he walks up to him. I should have known, you pestiferous little maggot. Freaking love this movie, guys.
Pestiferous?
This movie's so pestiferous.
Now, is this a
That's
real
like some kind
grinder
of
or
some kind of metaphor.
When you mess with Good Burger, you go in the grinder. Kick goes down. Kick goes down. Kick goes down. Cameron, what was it like watching this movie for the first time or rewatching it for the podcast?
Yeah, I think the first time I watched this was probably like 6, and I just remember, the opening scene was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen.
Oh my gosh.
Fly with us, Ed. Fly with
I
us.
see
I
you.
see you. I see you. Don't sell me it, please. We want to stay here with you.
Fly, Ed, fly.
Fly, Ed, fly.
Fly with fast food.
I distinctly remember the opening scene when he's showering and singing, I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, we're all dudes.
Hey.
And I'll never forget his showering fully clothed will forever just be ingrained in my mind when I was like 6. I was like, what is he doing? And his hat on too. And then, I
Wow,
watched
a clock.
Wow.
A clock.
Want to see my belly button?
Wakes him up.
No.
Yeah, and then his rollerblading to work has got to be the most deranged. Like, I mean, he has caused so much
when they shoot the
trouble.
baby and it goes in the hoop.
Throws-
The guy.
he bumps into a lady and steals a child's baby and replaces it with a basketball. Like, it's so ridiculous. He ends up tangling up some girl and jump
I want to
rope.
know how they did that stunt with throwing the baby through the hoop. Because he actually goes through. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, that seems dangerous.
Yeah, the
drop the
Put him
child.
up on a crane. Just drop it.
They just dropped a child and then, who knows?
Well, it's the
I
best
don't
part
know
is
that
when
that
they're
could be
like
made.
actually playing with you could see it's a doll, but they're like kicking it around.
Yeah, they're slinging
Thing
that
got freaking
around.
whiplash. Yeah, that
Slinging
thing-
it. I'm like,
Yeah,
that
flinging it
brain.
around.
Put it up, man.
100%.
Put it up, man. Put it up. Huh? Huh?
I love how no one noticed until he caught it that it was a child. Everyone just hucking the baby around and passing it and shooting it. No one realized until it went through the hoop and they're like,
Or
oh, that was
some
a child.
rollerblading not literally went through their game. Like, no one seemed phased by this guy
my
rolling down the
gosh.
hill. So
Yeah,
funny.
so I just remember that opening like sequence will forever, and I like so quotable. Yeah, but and then
Oh
rewatching
my
it for the
gosh.
pod, I was similar to Jordan. I was a little nervous. I was kind of like, oh, maybe it doesn't age as well. Maybe it's not as amazing. And oh my gosh, it's so fetching funny. This movie, there's so many lines where I'm like, this is what, like, I didn't even realize how much we quote it. Like, I quote it all the time.
This is what
parents
cinema
always-
is.
I quote what's it called? I'm aware all the time, and mom and dad hate it, and so that's all they say now. Like, we're aware.
We're aware.
I thought you said you were Kurt.
That's so funny. I love it. Yeah, guys, let's get into two of our favorite things. Honestly, it's just scenes, right? I mean, like, unless you guys want to specifically say, like, I just say we just shout out our favorite scenes as you think of them, right? I mean, guys,
Unless you want to say like the sound effects.
right.
the eye rolls when they're like looking back and forth.
Yeah, it's so 90s. This movie is very 90s. It's like encapsulates my childhood. Like, it's silly, witty humor, and it
Well,
doesn't
it's
necessarily make
Nickelodeon.
sense.
That's what I was gonna do at the beginning. Nick, Nickelodeon. Like it's SpongeBob. It just reminds me of all those things we
Dude,
love.
Sinbad is the teacher, though, man. Like, why would this man give you an exam on the last day of school? Because the mind never sleeps. Can I get an amen? Hallelujah. I don't know why I think that's so funny. He's like, see, that's what I want to talk to you about. It's challenges. Because you were concentrating so hard, I thought you were asleep. Next time, make it more challenging. That's what I want to talk to you about, challenges. He's like, have you seen yourself lately? The pro, the boots, and this jacket. You have a nice day,
summer.
Shaft. He turns.
He does like a
heel
Michael
turns.
Jackson
Love
360
that.
whip
That is
around.
so funny. Like,
Like, is this a Michael Jackson
I
music
love
video?
it. I love the finagling and the finessing of teachers because I used to be a good BSer with my teachers. I love that. I think that is so funny. Just
Home of the
telling
big booty
teachers what
burger.
they want to hear. Home of the big booty burger. So I love too when they're in the car and he's talking to him. He's just like, "Hey man, you gotta explain things to parents. You know, the key word there is vacation."
I'm gonna lay out by the pool, order some Chinese food.
Love it, dude. Yeah, he gets it. And then when he finally gets the summer job, and assemble, bun, patty, toppings, sauce, assemble. Like in this factory line.
And then he's just like a mound of lettuce and like ketchup and tomatoes. I'm like, what is that?
Eight pickles just smashing them on.
And then like
grabs
the
whole.
burger's like so slippery.
He's like, oh, and the pickles are really so. Sorry.
Those ridiculous
blows the whistle,
outfits
like,
they have him wearing, the
"Again with the whistle."
jumpsuits. Yeah.
Again with the whistle.
And what are you doing inside this milkshake machine? Trying to fix it. Did you turn on the switch? Strawberry jacuzzi. It's so stupid, guys. It's so dumb. I love it. It's so funny.
Oh, I'm crying.
gosh. I don't even remember what my dad looks like. I don't remember what my dad looks like either. But at least I get to see him every day. They're like having a heart-to-heart moment on top of the Good Burger with the yo-yo, and then he says that. Oh my god!
One of my favorite things are all the customers that come in. So they're like 3 really funny food ordering instances.
It's like SpongeBob
the
customers.
yes. Like the beginning, there's a construction worker. He's like, "Hey, like, can I get some food, please?" Like, "Oh yeah, no problem." Ed, like everyone refuses to take his order. They wait for Ed to get into
My
the
kids haven't eaten all day. That's what it reminds me of.
Hurry up, William! My kids haven't eaten in a long time. Look at us. Best
My
extra
eyes.
actor of all time on any TV show. I love it. And then, so there's that guy, and then he finally comes in. He goes, "Get me 2 good burgers." He's like, "I just can't. I have to go get your good burgers. And customers aren't allowed in back." He's like, "Just get me 2 good burgers. I just can't give you 2 burgers. You have to pay for them." Oh,
No, I've had it with you. I can't wait till they
and he
open
leaves.
up Mondo Burger.
And Ed's completely oblivious. "What's Mondo Burger?" He's like, "Ed, you see that building they've been building across the street for 10 months?
10 months.
Like, so unobservant. I love it. And then there's another great scene where another guy is like, "Hey, excuse me, I ordered a Good Burger with nothing on it." He goes, "Well, that's what I gave you." "No, you gave me a bun. Just a bun." He's like,
"Hey, Fizz.
You asked for nothing on it." He's like,
Hey, Fizz.
"Well, I expected a meat patty." He goes, "Fizz, is a meat patty something or nothing?" Something?
I win.
I win. "No, I'm reporting your name to the manager. The manager already knows my name." "Oh, I'll see you in hell."
All right. See
So
you then.
great, dude.
And then he's like, what a nice guy.
Didn't know why I had to throw the bread everywhere. Oh my gosh, dude, so funny. And then when Kel sees Kenan, like he shows up, or Kenan sees Kel, he's like, "Hey, you look familiar." He's the guy that caused the accident, to Sinbad or whatever. I love that. He's just like, "Hey, I know, maybe I'm somebody famous." Like, why is that so funny? That makes me laugh every time.
They said me
Maybe I'm
famous
somebody
or pretty nurse. I don't know why you think you're a pretty nurse.
I'm having an unusually bad. You're an unusually bad guesser, so I'm going to tell you why. I'm having a bad day. It's like, "Were you bit by a sheep?
Yeah.
Did you lose your trousers?"
He looks under the table.
Oh my god.
My mom thinks it was trousers, but I think it was tweezers.
My first words. Oh my
And
gosh.
she's still unconscious.
Yeah, she's still unconscious.
What happened? Your hand hit my golf ball.
And then you went sleepy back. I love when they're introducing Dexter to all the fry cooks because he gets them the job, and he's like, "Hey, can he get a job?" He goes, "No," and he's like, "Okay, thanks." Anyway, and he goes, "No, he can do fries. Otis does fries. Yeah, but look at him. How much longer can he possibly live? He's like on oxygen, flipping fries." And
He's like, "I should have died
love
years
it.
ago."
I should have died years ago. Tough break. And then what's his face? He meets he's like,
Batch?
"Audio Dex." He calls him Dex, and he's like, "Audio Fi." He's like, "Fi."
No one's ever abbreviated my name.
No one's ever abbreviated my name before. I love that. Weirdest guy.
This is the funniest
Kind of
dude
like
ever.
Yes Man when he's like, "Ka."
Ka. Yeah, Ka. Just
No one's
trying to
ever
abbreviate the
abbreviated my
show's
name.
name. Oh my gosh. I love that. And then when Kurt comes over to threaten them, I love that. He's just like, "Hey, Ed, you better watch your butt, man." I don't know why. He's so funny. Like, he's such a broham. I love that. I don't know. He's so
I
funny.
think it's the sauce, boss. Duh! I know that.
I know that.
You
think Kurt's
guy is
stupid?
unhinged. Kurt is unhinged. There's a scene where he's like, "I'm sick of these pukes. Shut up!" And he goes and knees his television. It like explodes. He's like, "Nice one, boss." He's like, "Not so quick with the trash talk now, are you?" He just like blew up his TV with his fretching knee. It's like the scariest thing, dude. Guy's unhinged. Unhinged. Oh my gosh.
Villain ever.
I
Kurt,
find
dude.
myself
Oh
quoting.
my gosh.
You
No,
go in the
the
closet.
craziest. No, the scariest thing with Kurt, the scariest thing is when they cross-dress to go get a can of Triamphethol, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, he's like, we should get some of that stuff for Good Burger and put it in the Good Burger, so our patty's gonna be big. And he's like, no, stuff like that has got to be illegal. And he goes, it is illegal. Standing behind him in the doorway, it scares me every time. It's like a jump scare.
It is illegal.
It is illegal. Triamphethol is way illegal. But it sure makes Mondo Burgers bigger than normal. The guy is unhinged. I love Kurt.
I love that they left that cut into when he almost trips when he's walking in. Normal.
I know, right? Weird choice there. It's so funny. It's just unreal. Like, I just can't believe we're talking about this movie, guys.
I love when Ed's talking to Dexter, and he's like, Dexter's a chicken. Meow.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Meow.
I'm not chicken, and chicken's cut.
Chicken.
What do you think's better, saying moo as chicken or
cheep,
in,
cheep, cheep,
in the
cheep,
room
cheep.
cheep, 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 cheep?
Cheep, cheep, cheep.
I don't know, dude. We grew up doing that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but the meow, the last one he does is so funny. After he's explained to him that chicken's cluck, he still goes with mew. I think that's so good. Mew.
I love when they're escaping from the insane asylum, and then Ed jumps through a window. It's like there's already a broken window.
After he's already, he
he
throws Kenan out the window. He's like, "Can you help us?" And he's like, "This is like bulletproof glass." So he like throws Kenan out the window, and then Ed proceeds to jump out the other window. The not already broken window. That's so funny. I love, again, going back to Kurt, like, he has, guys, who is Kurt? Like, the guy he's like, bring in Roxanne. He has, like, a hired prostitute or someone that he can whore out. Like, he's like, if anyone can get the sauce from Ed, she can. Like, what is her job description? Because she comes in after the failed date and was like, I quit. And it's like, I'm guessing she didn't get the sauce. I'm aware. It's like, no kidding. Like, but what is his prescription? Like, what is his job? Like, Kurt has connection to him. He has connections to Wade, who owns Demented Hills. He could just have people disappear and pronounced insane. like, who is Kurt?
How does $20 sound?
How does he do this?
I don't know.
He's a crazy person. And he has Triamphethol in his burgers. He doesn't care about people. What is his deal, dude? How's everybody liking my party? The guy's unhinged. He's Jordan Belfort embodied in.
No, he reminds me of
someone
Ben
that
Stiller
didn't
Ty
cook.
from Dodgeball. Totally.
And heavyweights, yeah. Dodgeball, heavyweights, yeah.
Nobody
That's
makes me
hilarious.
feel blood. Nobody.
Yeah,
He
man,
is like
it's
that.
so funny. Just a total bro ham. I love it. Oh, another funny thing. The right after the opposable thumb song, for some reason it's like I got one opposable thumb or whatever. Good Burger's doing really bad. Mondo Burger's doing really good. I don't get the song, but then he's like, I got one. Everybody's like, what do you got? He pulls out a burger from his back pocket. He pulls out this giant Mondo Burger from his back pocket, and then they all look at it, and they have this weird scene where everyone's looking at it. His spatula all bending. He can't withhold the mite or something. Yeah. Weirdest character of the movie. Slaps a fly on his head, eats it. That guy's so gross. Always made me feel super uncomfortable, even as a kid. Like, it's funny, but it always made me feel
it's
super
so
uncomfortable.
strange.
I love it, too. After the power goes out and everyone's super sad. Or no, he's like, how much did we take today? He's like, $43.07. He's like, that's it? Oh, I suppose I can always feed my mother cat food. Why is that so funny? Oh my gosh. And then, so they're doing terrible. And then he's like, oh, you carry your own sauce? He's like, doesn't everybody? Like, that's so great. He's like orange sauce, like fry sauce or something, right? And then it changes their. But then again.
Or when he's like, I'm grape nose boy.
If you guys knew Ed, like, this is my nitpick. If you guys knew Ed as a person, why would Ed's sauce cause you to come in and try it? Like, if you knew who Ed was, I'd be like, I am not going anywhere near anything that you made for human consumption.
That's why they shoved the first fry into Fizz's mouth without his consent. He's just like, hey, what's your... Ooh.
Yeah. Everyone doesn't want to try it. They're always surprised by it, right? Yeah. Oh, I love that. That was so funny. Doesn't everybody carry their own sauce? I love it.
Doesn't that
I just need you to sign this document.
Talk and do something.
I know some of these words.
I use that all the time, Grant. I use that all the time. I'm reading something and I just say, I know some of these words. Yeah. No.
Dude, I love it too when she's like, we could go maybe and talk. Doesn't that sound more fun than miniature golf? And he like looks.
No! Come on! No!
You're silly.
Well, yeah, she's like, do you want to go somewhere quiet where we can talk? Doesn't that sound more fun than the miniature golf? I love that. My favorite too is after he wants to hang out with him. He's like, hey, do you want to hang out tonight? He's like, oh, okay, fine. He's like, do you want to see my secret place? He's like, that's not what I had in mind. Come on. And then they're like up on the roof and they had that sweet moment. You know, he's like, I think about all kinds of things. Good burger, squirrels, cardboard boxes, things that are sticky. I bet you don't have one real problem. I have 6 toes on my left foot.
I want to see Ed's. I want to see Ed's like home life.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah. Well, we do know he gets to see his father every day, so, but he doesn't remember what he looks like.
Oh, if we're doing nitpicks, what's his name probably couldn't have made it up that straw. I love that. Reminds me so much of Beverly Hills Ninja when he's climbing up the tree.
Yeah, just shimmies up this pine tree or a palm tree, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, he's not climbing that. You just jump on the burger, hop on the fry, and jump on the milkshake, and then shimmy up the straw. It's like, what is this, American Gladiators? They just cut to where he's at the top. It's like, yeah, they did not climb that. That was so funny. I love it. And Kurt has this amazing scene where when they infiltrate. Well, I think it's like right after. I don't even remember what happens. Like Ed's sauce is getting really good, and he goes, "Okay," and he like calls in the kitchen. He's like, "Kitchen." He's like, "Yes, sir." It's like one of the kitchen staff. He's like, "I want you to make the burgers bigger." He's like, "But sir, they're already bigger."
It's called shark poison. It'll make all your people very, very sick.
Oh my gosh! Why would they want to harm all those innocent sharks? Guys, I love it. Oh, you know what's so crazy? Ed gets hit. Like, when Kurt finds Ed rollerblading, he hits him with his car. Like, I forget this detail.
Oh,
Kurt smashes into him with his car. He hits his windshield, and he's like, hey, you all right there, bro?
I know you.
Like, hit him with his car. Like, okay. Your job only pays you $5 an hour, man. How does $10 sound? It sounds kind of like... Oh, dude, my gosh.
I love it. What's it called when Roxanne's like, do you know what would be great on this corn dog? And Ed's like, a turtleneck? It's just so out there. I'm like,
how did they get the weenie into the corny or exterior?
You know, a question that has plagued mankind for hundreds of years.
I'm not going to lie. When I was a kid, I thought Monique was such a cute girl. I thought she was super attractive. I don't know about you guys.
Dude,
I was so jealous
they're
of Kenan.
super.
I
I love their chemistry. Like,
yeah, and she goes back and forth, right? She hates him because she's like, I thought you were self-centered, and it turns out like that's where a lot of the heart is, right? Because Kenan, he has the sad backstory of his father. He doesn't even know what his dad looked like, and Ed buys the yo-yo, all that stuff. Like, it's really sweet. But I thought Shar Jackson was super hot. I did when I was growing up. I thought she was a fox, dude.
I love it when I love it when Dex sits. He like goes out before they talk to the dog with the clowns. When he's like, oh, there you are, Ed. He's like, can I sit here? He's like, on my lap? No, man. I'll just sit right next to you.
Oh yeah, the dog. 4 clowns.
What
the
is
car
it,
just
boy?
broke down. What is it, boy? Where, boy? Where? Man, that dog's not talking to you. Dog's
Man,
just
where's
hungry.
that dang dog?
Oh, mind you, there were 5 clowns in the shot, so yeah, I guess Ed can't talk to dogs as good as he said he could. So just thought that should come up. Yeah, there are 5 clowns in the shot, and he says 4 clowns. The car broke down. Where, boy? Where? There's like 5 clowns in the next 5 clowns waiting by a broken down car. So.
I love it. Also, after he gets in the accident, he's like, "Let me see your license." He's like, "Yeah, regarding my license, I'd give it to you, but you're gonna have to wait." He's like, "For what?" About a year. That's when I get one. Like, that's when they put it in my hand. He's like, oh, that's when he says that. I'd hate to put a black brother in jail.
Black man in jail.
I hate to put a black man in jail.
Let me fix it. Let me fix it. I love it. I love it. It's so
Ow. Ow. I'll get someone.
Look at me, Ed. What do you see? That big red lump on your forehead where my golf ball hit you?
Dude, I love how they wake her up, dude, when he's like slams on the brakes and her forehead just goes, oh, right into the dash.
It's the dash.
Just destroys the dash.
I'll give you anything you want. Well, I've always wanted to shave a Martian. Got a Martian? Yeah. Pulls out a razor blade from his shirt pocket.
Yeah, my man has dude, he is Swiss Army man before Swiss Army man.
Ed, I don't know how to say this. Oh, it's easy. You just go,
Yo.
this. Oh my gosh. Demented Hills. The creepy nurse lady was the villain in the Tower of Terror movie. Do you guys remember that movie? That terrified movie. I was so scared of horror movies. Jordan, do you remember watching the Tower of Terror movie? See, it's like, oh, time for your medications, everyone. I'll be back with your various prescriptions. That lady was the villain in the Tower of Terror movie. She scared me so
Dude,
bad.
I love the scene when Ed's like explaining his like plan and the reason why he dumped in all the stuff. It's like so intelligent. I'm not
It's like, I
stupid.
figured Kurt would hire some high-powered attorney. He would fight the justice system. That may take weeks or months. So it's like, so I just took the triamphethol and I dumped it in the meat supply, and then Vondenberg would fall victim to its own foul play. He's like, you thought of all that? Well, yeah, I'm not stupid. I love it.
I love all his mannerisms. Every time he goes,
Dude, you have to do a supercut of all of his throughout the movie. It actually comes up as subtitled as H-U-H, like, huh. And sometimes it's exclamation and sometimes it's question mark. So it's like, huh? Like, what is that? I love it. It's so great. Oh my gosh. Have small space aliens ever landed in your brain to tell you to break into the zoo and free all the kangaroos? No. What are you in here for? Well, I got in trouble for breaking into the zoo and freeing all the kangaroos. What a freak. That actress, where is she from? She was from Freaks and Geeks. What is she from again? Like Freaks and Geeks. Linda Cardellini or whatever. Cardellini. She was the wife of Hawkeye. That's where she's from.
well, and isn't she also in Mystery Men? The chick
And
with
she's
the
in-
bowling ball?
I think you're right. I'm not 100% sure. I think you're right. That's so crazy to see her. She's crazy. You know, she's a crazy in an insane asylum. That whole insane asylum scene is super weird. Just like all of them dancing, that whole music video-esque moment where they get everyone dancing to the freak song or whatever. It's super weird.
I love it too when
man.
he's like, well, I just got my Mr. When Sinbad, he's like it's 2,500. He's like, 2,500? No, the estimate was only for 1,900. He's like, well, that, my young brother, is why they call it an estimate. Close to, kinda, could be.
Oh, I love it. I'll have, what does he say? Like $5 an hour, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. I should have the money in, what, another lifetime.
I love when it's on the roof and he's like, you ever been to Australia? He's like, no. He's like, me neither.
Yeah, that's what he says. He says, like, where do I know you from? He's like,
Yeah, where do
you
I know
ever been
you
to
from?
Australia? No, me neither.
My mom's name is Heather. Really? No.
No.
Yeah.
I love it too when he's like, hey, they gave me a jacket just like those. It's like, the crazy guy. He's like wearing a straight jacket. He's like, do you need some help? He like loosens him. He's like, he like takes off his straight jacket. He walks over out of frame. And then you just hear, oh, he's loose. He's crazy. Oh my gosh, he's killing Sydney. It's like, so terrifying. But
Is that what he
great
says, Sydney?
dark
I thought he says he's going to zip me.
No, he says, goodness gracious, he's killing Sydney. It's such a great scene.
Dang.
I love it. Oh my gosh. I love too that Kurt uses the term dudes. He's like, go get the sauce, dudes. I don't know. I thought that was funny. I don't know if that was supposed to be or not, but they break in and put shark poison in their sauce, which is so ridiculous, right? Like, anyway. What's crazier is Otis sleeps there. like they're pouring sauce, they're pouring shark poison in sauce, and then he's like, what are you doing here, old man? He's like, I was sleeping. And he's like, who are you, old man? It's your mama. Who are you? What is with Otis? Otis sleeps at Good Burger? Are you kidding me? Like
He could
what
die
the
any
freak?
moment, Ty. He's got a...
He lives there? Oh my gosh. Oh,
Yo, mama, who are you?
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. I another nitpick was just the idea that it was bulletproof glass and they could just throw Kenan through it. But I love it. It's so funny. And then there's another great sequence. I love when they hijack this ice cream truck at the end. Like, it is so funny. Like he's like, hey man, what do you got back there? It's like, they got fudgesicles, they got chocolate, raspberry. He's like, hey, give me one of those. And they start throwing ice cream at the van chasing him. I love that. I think it's so funny.
Throwing ice cream.
Every time.
Throwing ice
Dude,
cream,
especially,
chocolate, fudge.
especially watching it on the rewatch, dude. For the podcast, the scene when they destroy his mailbox with that
Oh my
UPS
gosh.
van just like flying into it is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
it's
so,
going like
yeah,
70 miles an hour and just hits
Yeah,
that curb.
Ed
and just,
smashes his. How many times is it destroyed? Ed hits it with the Burgermobile, and then he gets a new one at the end, and then this giant truck comes off of the ramp and just comes down on it, just smashes it. Dude.
just obliterates any existence of it.
That poor teacher, because then he got in the accident with Kenan at the beginning, and then the burger falls off of Bondo Burger and smashes his burger at the end. Poor Sinbad, dude. Why? What have I done?
I love it. He's like, just help me get the burger off the.
Let me get the burger off.
I'm like, there's nothing left.
All the tires are off of it, and all the roof is smashed in. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Talk about
oh my
the
gosh.
physics just not applying to that burger as well.
Oh yeah, it's like floating.
Oh my gosh, the burger, when the old ladies walk in and they order the good burger with extra Ed sauce, and then he opens the door and she's ready to take a bite. He's like, no! And he tackles her.
Her
and she's
scream
like,
is priceless.
tackles her to the ground, and everyone's like, Ed, what are you doing? He's like, hey, what happened? He's like, oh, I just tackled some old lady. He's like, nice job. He's like, will someone please explain to me why this is a good thing? I freaking love that.
Or
That
I
was
love
so
when
great.
the guy's stirring the sauce too, and there's like bubbles coming out of it, and it's like clearly it's like, you know, poison.
Shark poison is in there, yeah. Just to remind you, give you that uneasy feeling. That shows Spat. She's like the creepiest character stirring the sauce while it bubbles.
Does he have a single line of dialogue besides just grunting and moaning?
I don't think he speaks, yeah. He seems to acknowledge that he needs to wrench off the spatula after he's smashed a
Yeah, he
fly
did.
on his forehead.
Oh
my gosh. Oh, guys, this movie, we quoted the entire thing. Is there anything
or how about when
wrong?
he like rips off their undercover uniforms and Ed's wearing like a full set? Like,
Of course, yes, sexy lingerie under it. I love it.
And then he's like, Ed, no!
I want to know what's in your sauce. Dude, you need a Tic Tac. So freaking quotable. Guys, we've only quoted this movie and we just can't stop. We love this movie. We clearly love it. I think we've just quoted this entire movie.
Yeah,
if
we
you guys
haven't
have
even-
any...
We haven't even gone around on favorite things.
No,
Only-
it's
I
just
think
too
only
funny.
Ty, I think you're the only one that has.
Yeah, I know. I've definitely shared more than enough. Grant, what are your two favorite things from this movie?
40 minutes in, we've just been quoting. That's so hilarious.
Yeah, it's
Just
so
one of those movies like
quotable,
Nacho Libre.
And like Ed's obviously my favorite part. So
Oh, Ed, man.
Yes.
So great. Cameron, how about you? Two of your favorite things?
Growing up, I always loved the Shaq scene. I thought it was like the randomest shit ever, and I loved it. Oh! And then Shaq!
A good sports player who enjoys good food.
Yeah.
Hey, we're on TV. I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude. Because we're all dudes. Hey.
Honestly, I think my second favorite thing is the soundtrack and how random it is. Like, just like Ty mentioned the opposable thumb, I've got one, opposable thumb. I'm just like, what is this? And how is
And
it
then
related to
they
this
actually have like a
movie?
theme song. Like it was, he's a dude, she's a dude, we're all having fun.
Yeah.
I think it's Kel singing. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
it
that's
is, it
him.
is.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the fudge?
It's
Dude,
great.
This movie.
Yeah, I would say my nitpick. I shared this movie with some
Wait,
of my
Jordan
high school
didn't do
friends.
his favorite things?
Oh, I was just gonna get.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's nothing left to be said. We've literally quoted this entire film. I love it. Like every minute of it. It's a great movie.
It's so quotable, like
So
and
quotable.
all the scenes. Yeah, you watch it and like all the choices they made in it. I just love it. I
Yes.
really do. Sinbad was
But
great.
I do wanna say
everyone was
that
batting
you-
at 100.
I agree with Ty that you can lose friends if you watch this movie. Or if you share this with other
I
people.
showed this to my when I was in high school, I opened
If
up
they don't
to
have
some
the
friends
same
and I showed them this movie. They did not have the same taste. They made fun of it. They made fun of me, and I was like, you know what? I'll lose this friendship over it because I'll stand by this movie, which is why I'm now doing a movie podcast reviewing
This is
Good
a movie
Burger.
worth losing friends over.
Or we're gonna lose
Yeah.
subscribers
They don't have
for.
the
They're
same
like,
sense
these
of
guys, we
humor,
can't
it's
take them
not the same.
seriously anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Come at me, bro. I'm your mama. Who are you? Oh, guys, this movie's so great. It's so freaking quotable. Like, all the things from this movie. We love this movie, guys. Any other nitpicks or questions? Like I said, Kurt has some serious, powerful connections to make people disappear and whore out Roxanne. It's just the craziest thing.
And
like, how is this happening?
Obviously, like physics, it's kind of like the end of Nacho Libre when he just glides for a little bit. There was a few moments in this movie where physics were just defied for a couple seconds.
I also like the cuts where like he's flying out of the window and then they cut to like Kel jumping on Kenan.
Yeah.
Like it's very obvious where the cuts are that are really
100%.
Yeah. There's some funny
It looks
moments
like
that.
something
Or
like me and
where
Grant
Kenan is
made.
climbing up on the roof also, like where
Like the
he's
Harry
like
Potter
on the
movies.
pipe and then it cuts to another scene of him like holding onto the side of the roof where he's just laying down or like standing and then he like stands up, climbs up on the roof. It's like those are just really funny because you notice those when you watch it. You're like, it would be hard to do stunts, mind you. Like you can't hang from suspended. You know,
How
while
about the
they
old guy
call
jumping out
cut
the
and
window?
action.
They had a stunt guy for that.
That was the funniest shiz ever. He looked like he was like 20 years old, too.
The old guy dives out.
It reminds me, there's this video.
Somebody
it's a-
take me
it's
to
a-
the hospital. I think I broke my. It's
There-
like
there's
such
a-
a
there's-
random swear word.
There's a commercial. It's a Michael Jordan commercial, and it's like talking about how his mom's teaching him how to play. And she's like, I taught Michael everything he knows. And she's like, shoots. And then he's like, can you do this, Mom? And he's like doing all these things. And then he finally ends with a dunk. And then it's the funniest shoes ever because she has a stunt double who's like some 6'4" black guy in an afro. He goes in and just dunks it. It's the funniest shoes I've ever seen. It's my favorite video that exists. I'm gonna send it to you guys tonight. Just remind me. It's so funniest
do.
thing ever. Because she's like brown, like light brown, and then this dude is just very dark and just like 6'4", and he just dunks it so easily. And he's like, "That's my mom."
Cameron, that's why I love Epic Movie. There's a scene where he's going to fight, and then at the very end, like every time they go in to actually do the actions of fighting, you can see it's clearly an Asian guy just karate chopping.
That's hilarious. I love like kind of cheesy stunts and like cuts, like where it's obvious. It's funny.
So funny.
Ow, I'll get a summer job. I love this movie, guys. Good Burger. Ed, what? Ed, what? Ed, what?
Oh, also in that scene, you'll see what's her name. There's that girl from the insane asylum that she's just there cheering on Ed.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Oh, no way. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
She's got out of the insane asylum. That's so funny. Yeah, this movie is a delight, guys. Holy cow. We grew up on this movie. I can't highly recommend it enough. We've quoted this whole movie to you. Now you don't need to see it, listeners. Watch it, though. It's so funny, guys. We love this movie. It's just so fun to talk about this movie.
I'll see you in hell. All right, see you there. What a nice guy. Didn't have to throw the bread everywhere, though.
Yeah, if you can make it past that opening dream sequence, you're in for a ride, you know? Just the burgers.
It's very similar pacing to Oscar. If you can get through that opening claymation of Oscar, then you enjoy it. Then you'll like this movie.
I watched, is it Dean Martin or Martin Sheen? I always get them confused. I think it's Dean Martin, right? That slaps him. Papa, no. Oh my gosh. Guys.
Yes.
Recommend this movie? Absolutely. I think it's a yes for all of us.
1000%.
If you have our same sense of humor, then yes, watch it, please.
Yeah, if you like SpongeBob and stuff, oh my gosh.
If you had a childhood,
Mr.
then
Meaty, all the Fry Cook shows. I just think they're so funny. Jordan used to work
feast
at
your
McDonald's.
hairy eyeballs on this.
On this. Oh my gosh,
I
Mr. Meaty,
forgot
dude.
about
That
Mr.
show was
Meaty.
so
I
ridiculous.
remember watching those on
Oh,
iTunes,
God.
watching them on the iTunes store or whatever with you guys.
Oh, I know.
And
Yeah.
same with Ned's high
Feast
school
your hair
survivor guide
eyeballs on this.
and the buffalo meat.
The buffalo
Don't eat
burrito.
the buffalo.
Oh my
Well, and if you've worked at
gosh.
fast food, this is just
so
like
funny.
it hits home because you
Yeah.
do
Absolutely.
you get all the most ridiculous customers coming in, and they get so mad.
And your crew is always like the strangest people.
Where was that lady from? She's like, I have two junior ketchup kid meals, but I'll get my soda while I wait. Like, what was that
She
lady?
was on the
She's like, I
Nickelodeon
don't get it.
channel.
What is that? Is that like Norwegian? What is that? I
She's
don't get
not
it.
from Earth,
What is it?
bro.
I know. What is that? Canadian, Minnesota? Like, what is she?
And I love it. I love it when she's like,
out of town.
Did you get all of that? Did you get all of that? And then you just hear like the in the
Is it like
background.
German? Is that what she was saying? Like, I don't know. It's so weird.
So
Anywho.
up.
Totem me up.
I love her. Anywho.
Oh my gosh, so funny. Oh man. Yeah, watch this movie, guys. This movie wiped me out. I have not stopped smiling since we started talking.
Grant,
Guys,
what have you watched recently?
what have you seen lately, Grant?
That's a good question.
Besides Elise,
Rewatched.
Oh,
PG.
I rewatched.
Q
Mitchell's
PG for the
vs.
single
Machines.
people here on the pod. Some of us don't know what it's like to feel the touch of a woman.
I rewatched.
What's that from?
Mitchell's
What's that
vs.
from?
Machines.
To feel the touch of a woman.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's from a lot
But
of things.
for the fifth
I'm thinking
time,
SpongeBob,
I've
but
rewatched
probably not.
Mitchell's vs. the Machines. That was really good.
So
It's a great one.
And then
Behold the twilight of man. Our pain only makes me stronger. That fetching Furby.
I really
dude,
like
was so
fun.
great. I love when you see him and he's like cracking against the glass, and then when it breaks, it's just like there's like fog and the wind's blowing. It's
Oh
so
my
fetching
gosh.
dramatic. It's so great. I love it. To darkness
behold
I
the
return.
rhombus of infinite subjugation. This movie is so funny.
On your flight, you will be, or your destination will be the deep void of space. I love it. It's so funny. Your flight will end never. I love it. Oh, Mitchell's vs. Machine was so fun.
And then let's see, what else did I watch? I feel like I rewatched.
Did you watch that one with Elise Grant, or did you just watch it again by yourself?
Yeah, I rewatched it with her too.
I just watched it alone.
Did you watch it all alone, Grant? Some
what
people
else did
watch
we
movies by
watch?
themselves and have no friends.
I watch movies by myself.
I know, you guys, you keep torturing yourself. You always watch comedies by yourself. I'm like, watch movies with people.
Yeah,
Movies are
well,
supposed to be
we tried to
social
we tried to
events.
show Elise's family Mitchell's vs. Machines, and no one was laughing. It was just me and Elise that were laughing. I
Are
was
you
like,
serious?
Yeah. I was like, I thought everyone would love this.
How did
So
they
we
not
got,
like it?
We got halfway. We paused it
Was
for
it-
dinner,
was it
and
too
then they
inappropriate
turned it
for
off.
them?
I was like, okay, well,
Wait,
No?
it's
What
not
was the
that.
what
Like,
was the
they didn't
matter?
find it funny.
I don't know. They just didn't find
Elise
it
is
funny,
the
I
oldest,
guess.
right? So it's like her
Yeah.
younger siblings didn't find it funny.
Yeah, so
That's
it's like
okay.
all
I,
younger
I found out
cousins.
Maddie's family didn't like the Muppets Caper. They didn't like the Muppet movie, the sequel.
It could be
They
called
watched-
Chocolate or no?
No, that's Space.
No, the newer
it's
one.
Muppet
Most
Caper is the
Wanted?
one with the evil Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, it's Most Wanted.
With Tina
Most
Fey.
Wanted. Yep, that was the one. Yeah. They didn't like that
the
one,
be-
and I'm
the
like,
best-
what? And so I showed him the Muppet movie with Jason Segel, and I was laughing hard
The
enough.
best
for
one
everyone
is
to
still
enjoy.
easily Muppets from Space. The goat. The
No,
remote.
Muppet Treasure Island. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a tough one. I love the Muppet movie, honestly. Jason Segel and Amy Adams. I love it.
Compete
I
with
think it's.
Space.
I don't know.
Can we
I don't
put a
know.
chocolate?
Debatable.
Treasure Island is so good,
No,
though.
Treasure Island's perfect. Tim
Well, that's
Curry.
really-
Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah. Yo,
Tim
best
Curry is the
performance of
creepiest human
Long
being
John
ever.
Silver. Yeah, best Long John Silver pirate. Next to Johnny Depp's Pirates of the Caribbean, is that Captain Jack Sparrow? Are those the two greatest pirates in all films?
Next to Robin Williams' Hook.
Oh, wait. Oh, but you mean Dustin Hoffman, right? Yes. Yes. Those are the three greatest pirates. We just named all three. I can't name a third or fourth. I don't know. Any other pirates?
Anything else cheap?
Was there a good pirate in Waterworld? Was Rutger Hauer any good in Waterworld? Was he in Waterworld? Or am I thinking of a different actor?
And then
Anyway, Grant,
I
well,
rewatched.
We are on the deep end.
Rewatched Ratatouille.
No
That's
pun
such a
intended.
good one.
Dude, that
So
was
good.
Welcome to hell. That little chef guy is so funny.
Linguini. Oh, Brent, have you seen Luca yet?
No, I
Have you
haven't.
seen Luca?
Is it?
It's so funny that you guys need to watch Luca. Okay, there is a character that is literally that guy in
Really?
Luca. But he's Italian,
That's
not a
funny.
French restaurant owner. That guy Linguini, he's in this movie. I swear it's him. Like it's
That's
his
funny.
incarnation. He's in it and he plays a big role. So you should watch it because it's really funny. He's the bane to the characters. So it's a
That's
lot of fun. You guys will know who I'm talking about because he looks and acts a lot like the chef
Nice.
in Ratatouille.
I just remember him eating the strawberry with cheese, and then apparently it was like revolutionary. And I've always wanted to, but that just like seems like
Yeah.
such a terrible combo.
Yeah, I would say apples with cheese is good. I don't know if
but
I've tried
strawberry
strawberries.
with cheese. Strange.
I know it's grapes.
Strange.
It's grapes.
No,
grapes?
it was also strawberry
It is great.
because that's when the fireworks go off.
No, that's grapes.
Grape?
I just watched it.
Right?
Grape nose.
Yeah, dude, the way he chews on those.
Oh my gosh, love it.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I've watched other movies, but I can't remember because all of them are rewatches. So.
Grant, have you? What's it called? Have you watched? Did you ever watch Rick and Morty?
I watched some of
No,
it.
yeah, you were too holy for it. Oh yeah, I forgot.
I watched some of it.
That's
It's
good.
pretty funny.
Like I understand.
There's funny parts.
Funny part.
Dude,
Okay.
I'm just so unmotivated to watch any TV show. Like I've been watching Loki.
There's like they're like
trying to get
6
into it.
episodes and they're 20 minutes long.
Too much of a commitment.
Take it easy, Cameron. He doesn't have to like it. Cameron's like, what's the matter with you, Grant? Why are you wasting your time? You need to watch the show. So evil, Cameron. Take it easy, man. Yeah, Grant, it's okay. I watched the first episode exposed to Rick and Morty was season 3, episode 1.
I
It's
could
like
tell
the
you
jailbreak
for money.
one. Yeah, that's so bonkers. But I kind of followed it, even though I didn't know the backstory. I was like, I kind of get the wavelength of the show, and then like, there's a lot of inside jokes. There's a lot of this. There's a lot of that. It's not for everyone, for sure.
Yeah, me and Jordan got him hooked then.
But yeah, I sure love it.
Yeah,
I
okay, yeah.
really do. I would say, Grant, it's fun to watch some of the best episodes, like Me Seeks. I would argue episode 2 that I just watched.
Dude, the Purge episode is hilarious too.
Purge episode's really
I've
fun.
seen Me 6-1. That one's pretty funny.
When he kicks that guy down the stairs in the Purge, I cry every time. Every time I cry.
Do you want me to cut to 3 weeks earlier when you weren't dead?
You were still alive? I'm like, oh my gosh. And then Rick was like, whoa, that was kind of dark, Morty.
I also like when he's just like, he's like, get out. He's like, no, my criticism was just like, maybe you should start the story where at the beginning, not where it's interesting. And he's like, get out. Get out of my lighthouse. No, you have to leave. You insulted me. My playwright. Why is that so funny?
There, in the first episode, Ty, of this new season, there's just one quote when he's like, "Shut up, you freaking nerd," and he kicks him. Like, I totally reminded me of Grant. Oh my gosh, I was just laughing so hard.
So freaking
That's
nerd.
funny.
Yeah, there's a good scene. I would say, Jordan, but that second episode.
Oh, he's like, "I don't
all
care
this-
about your nerd shiz." That's what he said.
My favorite though is when he's just like yummy skin. I cried when I heard that, dude.
Yummy.
The second episode. Watch it again if you forgot, Jordan. It is so funny.
I've seen it twice
Blinky,
now.
you miss it.
The
Yeah,
Aberdolf
watch it again.
Winkler episode is
Oh, this
also fucking
yummy
hilarious.
skin.
No, but okay, so Ty, I watched the Mr. Meeseeks episode again with Tatiana, and
Yeah.
she's like hooked on Rick and Morty. It's so funny, and she's like,
No
she's
way.
like, don't be upset if I don't laugh, and she was laughing so hard, and she just like the whole episode is just laughing.
Don't be
nonstop.
upset if I don't find it funny. Dude, it is objectively funny, but there are things like, I'll be honest, going back, I do remember thinking like there are some episodes I would be fine never watching again. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of the pilot. I think it's a terrible way to introduce someone to Rick and Morty. It does have some elements that are fundamentally Rick and Morty, but if you're showing someone the show, I would just start with Me Seeks or the Memory Parasites. Like, just the one-off episodes are way funnier.
Well, I'm gonna
Like-
head out.
Oh, hey, Grant, thanks for being on. Thanks for sharing with us. Do you have a social media presence? No, because
No,
you've been
I don't.
smooching. You're getting married. You're getting married in 4 weeks. Oh, yeah,
send me
baby.
money.
Oh,
Please.
yeah.
I want money. Thank you.
Send me money.
No,
Yeah, Grant, do you have a gift registry?
Send us money.
Yeah, we'll use it for the recording studio, Grant. All your wedding gift, all your wedding money went into a nice studio.
I'll make a good
It
donation.
says it on the
Don't
door.
worry.
Official studio.
Okay, I love you guys. See ya.
I love the battle chips. Or the space blitz or blitz
Battle
and
chips?
chips. That's what it is. Blitz and chips.
Blitz and shit. Yeah, that's a great. I just love killing. I just love. Oh boy, here I go killing again. Oh, that's a great guy.
Oh, I'm so excited to watch tonight. Freak yeah.
Yeah, they're a ride.
good.
I like
good.
both of the episodes. I like them both, but I think I like 2 better, Jordan. You
One.
should watch it again. You should watch it
I
again.
have.
dude.
I've seen it twice, and I've seen the first episode.
You
3
don't
times.
even remember this quote I was quoting. Yummy skin. It's freaking-
Oh yeah, that's
What?
right.
Dude, that sequence had me dying. Like, straight up.
That disturbed me.
I know. It did. Just the Texas Chainsaw Massacre call out. Did you not find? I did. When he's carrying him with the packet, it looks so fetching creepy.
Yeah, like I said, it disturbed me
So
more than
funny.
it made me laugh.
Oh, it made me laugh hard. Dude, watch them, Cameron. Just watch so we can talk about them. Guys, this is Futro Hidden Movie Gems. Leave us an email, futromovies@gmail.com. Tell us a movie that you'd like us to review. Tell us if we missed a quote from Good Burger, because I think we got all of them. And like us on Facebook, on Instagram. Check us out on Spotify. Check us out on Patreon. You can give us money.
Give us your money. No,
And-
don't give it to Grant.
Yeah, and don't give it to Grant. Yeah, ignore Grant's wedding. That's not
doesn't need it.
important here. What we're doing
podcast
here
needs it
is
more than
much more important,
his
yes,
future.
than his wedding to his wife.
They don't even have children. They don't need it. Ty has children.
Yeah, and I'm already giving so much.
Ty
to the
supports his
podcast.
family with this podcast.
Oh my gosh, I've told you guys that before, where I went to my in-laws and I was like, I am going to quit my job and I'm going to become a full-time podcaster.
That's hilarious.
Mr.
With crickets. Mr. Nimbus. Yeah. Anyway, this is Futuro Hidden Movie Gems signing out. Peace.
I'm a
Everyone's a dude. Yeah. Oh, a clock.
Is it because I'm black?
Because I'm black.
No, it's not because you're black.
Because I'm... Never mind. Oh, welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?